been helped my Japanese language journey. I was a little.
When you're down at the bottom, it might feel like you'll never get to the top. Until you look down and see how far you've come. Then you know it was worth it. Good morning, everyone. おはようございます。よろしくお願いします。今日も配信します。まあそうですね。新しいゲームが出てきたっていうことで。Good evening! Good evening, Bridgewater. Good to see you. おはよう。おはよう。こっちはおはようだけど、そっちはこんばんはですね。Yeah. So there's a new game that is out slash being developed slash is in its demo stages, and it just brought up it reminded me of the dream game, you know. How I wish that I would love to make one. I have one idea for myself, but it's a huge project and I can't do it. But what do we do with language learning games? And, what makes a language learning game good or bad? Or, what is the goal essentially with a language learning game? And I feel like maybe it's not really a game that we have right now that's successful is Duolingo. And it's not really even a game, but it's kind of the most, I don't know, it has a lot of replayability and it's consumable. And so we're going to be looking at a game today called So to Speak. And speaking of which, I should probably just in case, just post that I'm streaming now. Live. Oops. I thought I copied. Oh, I pressed close. Right. So there were some things before we get into it that I just thought maybe we could talk about. And when it comes to, learning a language through a game, I feel like maybe the first thing I think about is kind of like that balance between edutainment balance. The balance, is it really fun? But is it too fun? Is it too educational? Because if it's too educational, then it gets kind of boring. Like if it's just like, conjugate these verbs. Okay, next worksheet. It just feels like maybe a little bit too rigid and boring. But then there's the other side where if you are making it too fun, like that's great. You're gonna have fun playing that game, hopefully. But even if you're learning some Japanese, maybe you're not really getting all that much from it. And I guess kind of the best would be just a really good Japanese game that somehow you can learn Japanese through it, but not easier said than done, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys know good games. I've played some of these kind of language learning games, and I've definitely seen some. I'm always on the lookout. I'm always on the lookout for something better, something more, I don't know, something that actually teaches us Japanese. But today's game, so to speak, that we're going to be kind of looking at and reviewing, I've played a little bit. I'm going to be fussy. And to quote one of my favorite YouTubers who does coffee, James Hoffman, he's like, because it's my job to be fussy. He's just a coffee guy. But so I feel like that's my job too, is like, I'm not going to be like, oh, this is a nice game. Like, I'm going to definitely talk about what I like about it and what I don't like about it. But yeah, for the most part, I think it'll be good for all of us to look at. And feel free to comment and be like, this looks interesting, or did you play it? If you've played it, or you've looked into it a little bit, let us know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought. I feel like there's the one hiragana game, like the hiragana battle game, that was fine. It just felt like so slow. It just felt slow. And I remember looking at this other game that what was it like? What was that game called? I forget. I forget off the top of my head. I thought I wrote it down too. Well, there's one game we used to play. It's called like the Kappa game, and honestly, it was just a simple Japanese game. So, hey, Wembley, irashai. Good to see you. Good to see you. Irashai. So, let's see. So I think there's 3 points that I really want us to look at today is like edutainment balance. Like, is it too fun or is it too educational? Replayability. Like, can I beat this game and then play it again? And if I do I want to play it again? Am I like, geez, I need to review Japanese. Like, should I go back and learn? Should I go back and kind of figure out what I should have been doing? That's number 2. And then number 3, I think this one is always the biggest pet peeve for me, is like intuitiveness. Or like, is it intuitive? Like, can I just click and can I just start and without really thinking too much know what to do? For this game, from what I've seen, I mean, we'll get into it just in about 3 minutes, but I feel like there were some issues for me. I'm not really a gamer. I mean, I play games, but I think like there were just some little issues for me from a player perspective, but then there were also there was really one big thing I didn't like about the game, as far as like Japanese like learning. And I will tell you about it right at the beginning, because it's right from the beginning and it's all throughout the game. And I understand, I think I talked to the developer, the guy who made the game, Eric. Hold on. The baby monitor is out of batteries. Beep, beep. Good to know that my child is safe. So yeah, we're going to get into it in about 2 minutes. A game called So to Speak. If you haven't heard of it yet, maybe I should post that. So to Speak game. I'll just link it on here. I think we'll watch. What do you think? Why don't we watch the trailer? And let's just get into it. We can always look at the trailer later. Do you want to watch the trailer? Have you seen the trailer? You guys can decide. I think maybe we should just get into it. The trailer is nice. I think let's just get into the game. But yeah, so again, 3 main things: edutainment, balance, replayability, and then intuitive. So okay, so yeah, right. So I talked to the developer, Eric, and the one thing that I was really happy to see was that he talked about how the main purpose of the game was not to become fluent in Japanese, right? It's not like you play this game, you're gonna be like having conversations in Japanese. Like, no. The purpose of the game is he said it's mostly for beginners. But I feel that's what he said. He said it's mostly for beginners, but anyone or somebody who wants to get into Japanese, because they have a Romaji option. But then don't give up yet. Yes. they still have an option where you can just turn off the Romaji and put it all into hiragana. And actually, there's a couple things. Yeah, there's quite a few things that I think just little tweaks. I bet that could be made that could really just help it be a little bit more applicable to a wider range of Japanese levels. I don't think you're gonna like maybe eventually you just like, you know, you really put some time into this game and you end up ADHD. You end up kind of, you know, getting into more intermediate and advanced things, but I don't know. Oh, the timer reset. So let's get into this game. Let's see if the quality is looking okay. Okay, cool. All right, give me a second. We're gonna switch into this game. Usual. But did you guys get a chance to play it? Did you get a chance to look at it at all? And if you did, you know, what was your impression? What did you think? From what I played, I thought it was. I haven't taken a look at it yet. No. Okay. Isn't there? Maher Sukar. Is this the game where you fight Kanji, or am I thinking of a different game? Yeah, I just mentioned that. That's like the hiragana battle one. So a different game. I have seen that game. I think it feels like, wow, somebody put a lot of time and effort just so you could learn hiragana. So to speak game. Hi, I was thinking I would show up to this. Yes, please. I was hoping you would. I saw very good on you. I watched like one other guy's video of you doing this a while back. That was months ago. So yeah, guys, there you got the developer right here. He's here. He showed up. So yeah, there have been other games like that. The hiragana one, but I don't. For the hiragana game, it was like, wow, this is a lot of time and effort just so somebody can learn hiragana. And I think there's other stuff. I don't know if there's kanji. If there's kanji, it's fine. The problem with that game, so we were talking about like edutainment balance. I feel like that was so much more game and so much less education. So it was like a lot of entertainment. It was like, wow, this is really fun. Peepo shy. All right, so let's get into it. We'll start a new game. If I can find my mouse. Is it normally like that? Sometimes my mouse glitches out. We'll do a new game. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna point something out here. There was something from an aesthetic perspective. When I was watching this, I was like, first, I was like, this is so real. Like, when we first go to Japan, that feeling of you're being on the plane and you're looking down at the mountains, that was like so real. And then the Shinkansen as well, except I feel like the Shinkansen is so slow. So like that was like an aesthetic thing right at the beginning where I really loved that the first thing you did was the plane, but there was like no movement. Like if we were to look at it again, like I feel like I was expecting to see like or hear like or some kind of like sound, or like clouds, kind of like, you know, kind of something just a little bit more aesthetic to make it feel like it wasn't just a plane floating in the sky. And then the Shinkansen was really slow. I think if it wasn't a Shinkansen, then it would have made sense. But when we think of the Shinkansen, it's the bullet train. So that was like an aesthetic thing. But like I said, I don't know if you're here at the very beginning, but I'm gonna be picky. I'm gonna be picky. Just because, you know, very loud game. Okay. Sorry. Is the sound okay now? It should be just kind of light sounds now. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. And I even thought, okay, sounds good. I even thought, because actually what I thought would happen is we would go into the plane, and the plane window view, because the first time I came to Japan, I opened up the window and I was like, what am I gonna? I'm gonna see cities. I'm gonna see a bunch of cities, and then I opened up the window. It was just mountains, right? And I bet everybody's had a pretty similar experience if you had that same timing. But that's what I thought might happen, is like either opening up or like looking through that window and just like kind of seeing the thing. That's a lot of art, but I'm sure the art part is the hardest part of doing this. It's just so much time and effort. But yeah. So it says, let me just first off by saying I'm not a very good person to be testing the playability, because I already know everything. I'm not really thinking about what should I do. I'm like, but I am thinking about how I should play. And I feel like, I don't know. Maybe my monitor is just too big. Where's my mouse? My mouse like disappeared or something. Might be because of this. Is my mouse supposed to be gone like that? Shouldn't there be a cursor? Maybe I'll try opening the game again. Hold on. I can see the mouse on the stream. You can see it on the stream? That means I can't see it. That's silly. Let me go into window mode. That might help. Oh, is there no window mode? Oh, there it is. Full screen. I've got an invisible mouse. There. Alright. Now I can see. And it looks like it's the same for you guys. Alright, cool. That fixed it. OBS can sometimes have issues. Yeah, seems better. Yep. Now I can see it. That's the most important thing. So it said you have to drag and drop. Dang it, I wanted to look at that exact language. Alright, I want to start over. Yeah, so what I meant was like just like, or like streams coming off of the plane, right? Just little air streams coming off of the plane or something like that. All right. So drag Japanese words onto their English meaning. So Japanese. And if I click this, okay. I don't know. I guess it's probably very intuitive, but I'm not a puzzle person, and so like, also I wish that I could just click and it would say Deguchi. And I think it does that sometimes later, but like, I don't know, like, why not just, I want to just be able to click on it and it say the word. Like drag drop maybe something else, like not say it. But if I click, I just want to be able to Deguchi. And even now it doesn't say Deguchi. Okay. Japanese learning perspective, this is like one of the first things that I thought was kind of like, I don't know. So I don't think it's bad that you have like exit mouth, like telling people what the kanji mean. And watching another video, I think people get it, but you have to, if this is really for people that have zero Japanese experience, I wonder, I wonder how intuitive it is for people to like understand the concept of kanji. Like if somebody, and that's what kind of makes me wonder about the actual target of this game. Is like, I think Romaji option on and off, I think that's fine. I would think with, if you didn't get to choose either one, yeah, I think you'd single out more people than not. But not being able to like, or just if I don't know what kanji are and I come into this and I'm like, okay, I guess that means that and that means that, it might help to have like just optional like instructions or notes, be like, you know, what are kanji? I don't know, not ones that you have to progress through like a tutorial, or maybe like even an external YouTube video or something like that. Might be nice for people who want to know more or want to like learn more about that, if you know what I mean. But the main thing I really wanted was audio. But tell me, I actually had trouble kind of understanding how the audio was supposed to work. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I've seen people get confused if they match the individual kanji right away like this. Okay. Yeah. I didn't, can you break them up? I didn't even know. Yeah. Deguchi. Interesting. The audio starts on level 4. I would just do it from level 1. I would do it right from the beginning. But what is your reasoning for delaying it so long? I think if I were to guess, it's, you're like, oh, you know, you want it to be like progressed so that's not too overwhelming or complicated at the beginning. But it almost like when I first played, I was expecting audio. I was like, click, click, click. Oh, no audio? Am I doing something wrong? So the arrow makes sense. The question mark, after I clicked it some, I guess it made sense, but I thought it was going to be part of the game. Like I would drag this onto the question mark or something. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's better that it's on there. I'm not a game developer, so I won't get too specific, but I at first thought it was part of the game and I was like, oh, it's a hint. So I don't know, maybe write hinto in Japanese or something, I don't know. So click and drag the background to move. Can I click anywhere? Yeah. So what happens? Click and drag the background. Okay, that's helpful. Match blinking yellow Japanese words to their English meaning. So I think this is the really cool part of your game, is like, it is a, you know, you can't progress until you figure it out. What are you supposed to do? And I think somebody on my channel was also mentioning, like, this is a really realistic way of learning Japanese. Is like, you know, you're there and you're stuck and you don't really get to cheat. You can kind of cheat, but if you want to immerse, if you want to like actually learn, this is how. And like, I guess you already have the English. Let's see. But this is like level 1. And you're just trying to teach them how to play the game. I think, yeah. Exit. Yeah, but if I were to say anything, I would not add audio or English audio. I don't think you would, but I think that would be weird. Exit, mouth. Deguchi. Deguchi. Because, yeah, just, I'm sure you know, but like with the audio, we'll learn even faster. Elevator. Elevator. Yeah. Because I think then we're just really... It almost like feels like cheating. I guess that's kind of what it is. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then we go. Oh, can I click this? Ooh, it's a map. Okay. So this one means station. Okay, I see. Maybe you were trying to like teach kanji just straight up rather than like everything all at once. Okay. Station entrance. This one's an so you wanted them to like click. I wonder if you do that like double click thing. I don't know. Do people know that you can click individually? Unless you're like a clicker and you're like might not figure it out. Yokoso. Also, I thought about like if you were to do this later on, you yokoso. Yeah, like irashai. I wonder if there would need to be an explanation there. Okay. So click speech bubbles, drag spoken words to their meaning. So we Iriguchi. Iriguchi. Oh, this is what you consider level 4. Okay. Ah, because now they're actually talking. I see. I see. So this is where I started to get confused. Do I drag? Iriguchi. 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 Yeah. Iriguchi. So like this audio thing, Iriguchi. I wanted that to be there like the whole time. Is this where you can finally click on stuff? Okay. So this was the one thing that honestly was the most confusing to me. I really didn't know what you were... Okay. Yeah, this was probably from a learning perspective, like as a Japanese teacher, I was like, this was the most kind of misleading and confusing to me. I guess I didn't really understand. I was like, oh, is this a translation? So I, let's try to do it again. So I click it and it's like, it is the entrance to a public park. And then I'm supposed to drag the words to like public. Is that how you want it to be? Okay. And then do these people talk? I think it's amazing that you got, maybe it's like your child, but that's really cool. Getting kids to talk, like kid audio, that's very rare. That's very rare. So that's very unique and very cool. Okay. Oh, and then now you have the hiragana. Naruhodo ne. So yeah, like now I can't click audio, and then that was confusing to me. So I guess I would be worried as a teacher if I'm like giving this information that it is somehow is like, what is this? It's is? Where do you have is? Do you translate is later or something? Yeah, why are these? Do these later show up in the game like to and a and is? I think if these weren't, yeah, I don't understand that. I can move this particular puppet. I don't necessarily, I don't know if you, what do you mean by move? I guess I just, for me, I worry that it's like somebody learns, they're like, oh, koen is park. Okay, public park. And then like, are they supposed to be translating to or a? Park. Like, what if you just didn't? Like, do you need the English here? Like, what if instead it was just like, you know, you didn't have English? Maybe this happens later in the game. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking aloud so you can kind of hear my thoughts. But like, if you no English and then thank you. Yeah. I just want to help you, you know, don't think like, oh, this is the only way. You actually do use is. What is translated as? So that's what I was a little worried about. I'm working on changing it so that words aren't draggable until they're actually useful. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, that would be definitely helpful. I understand why maybe you thought it would be good to do that initially, so people are like, ooh, maybe I learn it later. You know what might be really interesting is like, nah, it might be, that's too hard with English. But like, I wonder if you even need the English though. Like, just don't have the English here, and then instead they can click the sign. I'm sure it's a lot of work, so I don't know how much actual time and work it takes to change these things, so take it with a grain of salt. But you know, I feel like if I just click the sign and then it says eki, or if I click it and then it says station, train station. Yeah, maybe it should say train station. Can I go back? Oh, whoa. I didn't know what that did. Station. You gonna go to the station? Yeah, station's fine. But is it? Maybe we should specify train station. But I guess it's so hard to say. This is why it's really hard to like balance education within the game. It's like, do you take priority of like, hey, they're learning the kanji and it means station, but then do they assume that it means bus station, the same word for bus station, which it isn't. So it's a hard balance. I'm not saying, I don't think either one is wrong. I don't think what you're doing is wrong. It's hard. It's hard. Icky. Yeah, I love this. I love that like the people are actually saying it. I thought that this was really cool. They're looking at it. Very cool. Very cool. And then
Icky.
Yeah. I guess sometimes the drag order was kind of confusing to me. Like, I wasn't like, do I click? Do I drag? Do I drag here? Can I drag there? Do I click there? Sometimes that was confusing for me.
出口
So like, now that she said that, can I drag this to exit? Do I drag that to exit?
出口
Guess that was the confusing part. Seemed like there was like a lot of overlap. Maybe on purpose. But I'm not sure. Good old Kawa. So, click on the river. It is a river. So yeah. Nandaron ne. It is a river. Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out. Let me just power through this really quick. So let's do this. River. Can I just drag it? Okay, that's cool. See, I like that. I like just being able to like, can I drag this on anything? No. Okay. But I can click on anything. Tree. Shrub. It's a road. Okay, interesting. Now you're... Huh. Doesn't really matter, but yeah. You said it is you've been doing it is, and now you're doing it's. Just a consistency thing. I think I like it's better, personally, rather than it is. But if you are teaching it, I don't know what you're translating is as, but yeah.
道
Ichi.
道
I just, it's so nice that this has audio. So high pitched. All right, I remember doing this wrong. What? So.
道
Right.
道
Interesting. This is cool. This is cool. It's a little confusing at first. Like, it didn't feel very intuitive to me, like how and where I'm supposed to drag and click. But I guess once you click around madly enough, you're like, okay, then do I drag it to there? But again, I'm not the best playtester because I already know Japanese. So I'm more like focused on other things. Mori. I did notice this. It's a child, so I guess. Mori. Chotto nagai. It's just like they say. Mori. It's a little long, but the adult says it right.
森
Mori. 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 Not the intonation, but it's like Mori. But it is how kids sometimes say stuff, so there's that.
川
Nice. I also thought like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I feel like I'm working on changing it so that word mori mori extra more mori. Yeah, I do like this. I just
石
wonder if like, yeah. I guess that is kind of cool. That you can either do kanji or hiragana. I think I like that. I like that. That is a small lake. I mean pond. I'm here. Pond. Wait, ike. Ike is lake. Koike is pond. I thought, yeah. Ike. Koike. なんだろうね. I would have to see more pictures. But なんだろう. Because in my mind, ike, yeah. Or am I thinking of something else? I guess ike and pond are the same. Yeah. They don't. True. Okay. Ikemen. Nice. Ikemen. Yeah, I think I like that. So. Ike.
池
Cool. Okay, and wait.
神社
Jinja.
神社
So you don't have to drag it to the English? No, wait, you do.
神社
Okay. Wait, what am I? I always miss something. Yeah. Yeah. Forest of trees. Like, these were the kind of ones that were, like, a little weird to me. Like, it's a forest of trees. Like, a forest of trees. Like, how about just... Like, I thought potentially it should match... It should match trees. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like a forest of trees. I guess when I was thinking like this, I mean, this is, I guess that's just my biggest worry. That's all. Like, I think I could just like, it's a forest. It's a forest. But I guess you want to, it's a forest. It's a forest of trees. Because you want to be doing that. I guess that's fine. I don't know. Maybe beauty is simplicity. When would you have a forest not of trees? Like a forest of chest hair, right? A forest of chest hair. Like that's Mori. That's just like a Mori, man. You gotta get through that. Doubutsu no Mori. Got him right away. That sounds better. I should just put it's a forest. Yeah, I think so. It's a forest. It's a forest. Like that, if I was thinking of some other game, like that's what I'm trying to think about. And this is a translation thing. Like I only know this kind of stuff because I worked as a translator for 3 years. It's really hard to remember your native language, and what's normal in English. And so I think about if like this was if this was just like a normal game, not about Japanese or language. If I clicked this and it were to describe what it is, and it, like in Zelda does this a lot. It's a forest. Like, why would Zelda say it's a forest of trees? Like, oh, the trees, right? The tree spirit. Like maybe. Otherwise, I think it's fine. Forest.
森
Let's go. All right. Is there another Jinja? Are it? Oh, right. I thought this was cool. This is very cool. This is very good. I really like this.
神社
Like this is really smart. And I like how you don't always force it. Like if this was the way it went every time, that would be kind of annoying. Forest of hair. Yeah, that's amore joke to be made around it. There's a big pizza pie, that's amore.
駅
Let's see. Good. We're good to go. Pink.
道
Ooh. So am I supposed to use it from... Sorry, I can't see. Now am I supposed to go over here?
道
Yeah, it would be nice if you clicked on these that they would say them too. Like if you could just click, because at least my first instinct is like, all right, let me just. There's two types of people. Like either you kind of like look, oh, which one was Michi, or you just start clicking. But like, do I have to drag all the way down?
道
Something, yeah. Wait, did I do that wrong? How do I do this? Do I drag it over here?
道
Okay. And then Kawa.
川
So okay, I like that. これ何? Ah, これも神社? It's a road. Can I do it again? No. Okay.
池池
Yeah. Yeah, I think I might have always thought that Koike was a pond, but it's actually just a name. Match purple blanks? Maybe call it purple squares? Have it pronounced when you click on it? Yeah, I mean, if this is our little, like, our jisho, like, oh, you have a search bar. Wow. Koinu koike. Yeah, if this was, maybe purple squares or, like, purple... Match? How is this supposed to work? See? What is it? Use the book to fill purple blanks. Maybe blanks is fine. Use the book to fill purple. Where's that other hint? I want to see the other hint. What was that? So, is it because it's next to the tree that I know it's supposed to be tree? And then this is next to a rock. There it is. Match purple blanks. Oh. Fill in the blank. Fill in the purple. Match purple blanks. Match purple blanks with. How do I match it?
Ishi.
Okay, so now I can click it and then.
Ishi.
But over there, I thought I clicked it and I couldn't hear the sound. So.
Ishi.
Fill in is a little better. Yeah, I don't know. So. I can't restart it, but something felt off. Match the purple blanks. Sounds like I'm matching a purple blank with a purple blank. It's like find choose. It's like choose the Japanese word. Drag the Japanese. Maybe just tell them. I don't know. Maybe unless there's more than one way. It's like, you know, there is the really simple thing is if you just write stuff like, you know, like click it. Let's say you click the purple thing and it's like it needs a Japanese word. Like it needs Japanese. Find the Japanese. Something even more simple than that. Or something even more simple like that. Like it's missing it's English or something like that. Something even more simple. I'm always about simple stuff. Use the purple. These are really small, so I'm sorry. Don't take this the wrong way. This is just who I am, but it would be nice maybe if you say like use your journal or use your book, like your book. Just things like that feel nicer for the user. Like it's like, oh, it's my book. You know, use your book, use your journal to fill purple blanks. Okay, now you have different language. So fill purple blanks with the Japanese writing or pronunciation. Use the book. Yeah, I would say like if you're telling people how to do it like that, it's like drag. Because that's what you're doing. You're dragging. Drag Japanese writing or pronunciation. Writing or pronunciation? Are you talking about kanji? Like with the kanji? Drag. Yeah, drag Japanese words from your journal. This isn't good language. To the corresponding picture or whatever. Something like that. Hey, electron babies. Good to see you. Drag the peepo into the pond. Beep boop. Oh, I loved this. This is really cool. I saw this when I was watching.
Himi.
I think this is very cool. But where's Himi City? What? Ah. 意味しでもねこれ C がないと西宮市 I guess that's Himi. How about instead of Himi City, unless are you teaching Shi later? So if you haven't added it, instead just do, you already used Yokoso, right? How about just welcome to Himi? And then you don't have to have like, then you don't need city here and it's draggable for some reason. So do like Himi e, like Himi, you can add e if you want, just Himi e yokoso. Something like that. Or, you know, might be a way to already use yokoso that you already have.
Kawa.
Then do I drag Himi?
Himi. Himikawa.
Himikawa. Nice. I do like that. This is a very good lesson. Whoa. Oh, now I can scroll? Wait. Was I able to do this on the other ones? Look at them running around. That's an interesting. I originally added city because people weren't understanding that it's a city name. Yeah, I agree. If you don't have city there, then you wouldn't be able to understand that it's like it's too obscure. So I agree with that. Now, Himigakko, Himikawa, you start to draw the things, but this is the first thing you have, right? We're gonna look there first. So, yeah, I think you need Himishi or Himie Yokoso. You know, just keep showing Nihon e Yokoso. Like, you don't have to drag everything. Like, it's okay if people are like, "What's e?" Like, you know, if you do he, what's e? Well, I don't know. It's there. I think that's okay. And then again, if you're like, want to know what hey is, like, here's a more detailed explanation, and just, you know, just write like hey is sometimes means this, this, and this. You know, just have a little like extra, because some people like that. Some people like to read more. Hashi. So cute. I love the kids.
Hashi.
So now where's bridge? So I have to click. It's a train bridge. Oh, is that what they're called? A train bridge. It's a bridge. Yeah. Well, I guess I gotta keep playing to find out. Himimachi e yokoso. Himichou. Himichou はちょっと違う。寂しい。なんで寂しいの？大丈夫？ Himichou would be like a small, it wouldn't be a city, it would be a district. But you could do Himichou. Himichou, I'm sure there are some. Kawa?
Kawa.
Yeah. Audio is crucial. I love the audio. This part is still confusing. Yeah. Get them trees. I love this. Yeah, this is what I was telling you about. Is like, what if you could like, you do it. Udon. Wait, how did it?
Udon.
I think this is a question. Udon. The 質問.
Udon.
Yeah.
Udon.
Where do I? Whoa. There is a sign with a bowl of udon on the red. My gosh. Okay. Yeah, I think one thing, these kind of sentences are probably, as a teacher, these are the weirdest part of the game for me. There is a sign with a bowl of udon on the restaurant. How about like, there's a restaurant. This is, and I understand, this is translation. So it's a very different skill. Even if you're, you know, if you talk to a Japanese person, talk to an English speaking person, you probably won't come up with the best things. It's like, there's a restaurant sign with a bowl of udon on it. That's a much more, even, you know, using all of your words that you want to say. Aniya wa ainakute. Eh? Aniya. Nani yutteru? ごめん、わからない。Aniya ha ainakute. どういうこと？ Yeah. There's a restaurant sign. There's a Yeah. I can work on making the English. Yeah. Feel free to just ask too. But that's a big one. That's a big one. Because natural English will help people learn a language better. It's stuff like, you know, like there is a apple on the table. Like, it's not wrong, but like, you know, there's an apple, blah, blah, blah. But if we just like, hey, there's an apple. Look, an apple. Whatever. right, so udon.
Udon.
Udon. Yeah, the child is asking. Sometimes the child's intonation.
Udon.
This needs a question mark if you leave it like that.
Udon. Udon.
Udon.
Udon.
Udon. Udon. Udon. Udon.
Udon. Udon.
Udon. Udon. Might be different with kansai, but yeah. At least that's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like. Anya. Haha inakute samishii. Anya って誰? Anya って誰?
駅入り口。
駅入り口?
日々。駅。日々駅。
Ooh, nice. I do like how it automatically reads it out like that. 駅入り口. Okay.
入り口。
Yeah, I feel like maybe I almost want to say like this thing, like the kanji meanings should maybe have less priority. Like I think more than teaching what these kanji mean, it's probably more helpful to have just entrance here like that. Entrance. Otherwise, you're having them memorize 3 different things at the same time. And that's a lot. It's like, oh, it's enter, it's mouth, it's entrance. Okay. Or it would just be like, iriguchi, entrance. Okay. Like, you know, I think your game is all about like immersion, which is really cool. So I think we should just even more so make it very natural. Like, rather than break down the kanji, like maybe if we highlight it like this, highlight, and it shows, maybe it pops up and shows enter mouth or something like that. But for the most part, like I just want more like simple explanation. Oh, entrance, got it. Rather than 3 new definitions.
入り口。
Right, I think I'm good. Wait, where's station? Right, okay. You gotta click on the object.
駅。
Yeah.
駅。
Okay.
出口。駅出口。
Wonder if it might be nice to have this thing disappear after you complete a word. Maybe that's something that's also bothering me. Yeah.
駅出口
Ooh.
駅出口。
What?
駅出
Who's
口。
the first person?
駅出口
駅出口。
So then, I go ahead and ask a Japanese person about this too. It seems like a good game. Yeah, I think it's a great game. So, sorry, I'm picking apart everything, but it's because I haven't really fully played the game yet, and I want to help Eric. I want to help the developer as much as I can. So, I'll say all these things, and he take it with a grain of salt. Be like, nah, that's gonna be too much work or whatever. So, for your vocabulary, yeah. So, eki deguchi and eki iriguchi. So correct Japanese, I think would, now, is it wrong? No. But eki, this isn't like a kanji abbreviation. So if you were to say this, you would say eki no iriguchi. Eki no iriguchi. When we're talking in Japanese, we don't really say like eki iriguchi de. You're like eki no iriguchi de. So you got to have that no in there. So that's why it's interesting.
駅出口。
Yeah, I can even hear it in the way that this narrator is saying it. Eki deguchi. She's like saying it as like 2 separate words basically. Unless, oh, you probably just combined them?
駅出口。駅出口。
No, it sounds like she's saying it next to each other. Feel free to talk to a Japanese person about that, like what they think. Inaka no deguchi. Inaka. I wonder if there's like an Inaka one. Let me also say, I really love, my favorite part of this game is how you are capturing the culture. That is, like, in the end, it's, okay, what is this trying to do? It's just helping people learn some vocab, get into Japanese, get motivated. Great. If that's the goal, then great. I think this is probably one of the coolest games or approaches I've seen to teaching vocab, because you're actually putting the person in Japan in a way. And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. So, like, these are all very useful things. Like, even if somebody were to travel to Japan, they learn eki, like, very good, right? Yeah. So I wonder about the accuracy of this. As written Japanese, no problem. As spoken Japanese,
駅出口
it's just, I don't think that's something we really say. So I don't know which you're prioritizing. Are you prioritizing reading, speaking? Does it matter? Maybe it's not a big enough deal. So, oops.
駅出口
Nice. And then boom, everything goes away. Click without me having to click it. That would be nice. The bottom one, that doesn't bother me. But the other one, because it lets me know. Have you watched Sakurai's YouTube channels, Masahiro Sakurai? Yeah. Leverage the immersion. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I think that was my favorite part. It was like, people that don't live in Japan or maybe can never go to Japan, this is really a good feeling of Japan. It feels like this a lot of the time.
駅
Yeah, yeah. Eki. You know, kids, densha. I wonder if we'll see a densha later.
駅
Okay. Boom, boom. Get out of here. Yeah, that just feels excessive. Mori hotel. Himi hotel じゃなくて? Okay. Can you do Himi Mori? What is this little kid doing here? Easter egg. Studying a book. Studying. Okay.
森ホテル
Mori hotel. Okay. So now, this is very interesting. This is
Mori.
very interesting. So you koto ne. I see. This is cool. As I'm playing it for real for the first time, I've heard of Sakurai's. You should watch them. I love watching them. Even they're in English and Japanese, so whichever one you prefer. But I love watching them even as someone who doesn't make games. I'm reminded of my confusion with respect to Yamanote-sen and its pronunciation. Yes. Stuff like that. I've heard of Sakurai's videos. Okay. Originally, everything in this level was Himi, and people got annoyed with having to match it 6 times. So we brainstormed some other compounds. Sounds good. Yeah. I didn't have any problems with it. I was just surprised. I was like, oh, I thought it'd be Himi again. Yeah, it's true. I think this concept is nice. Himi. Himikawa. If anything, I think you could do a different name for the kawa, but Mori Hoteru, whatever. I think that's fine too. Yeah, these ones, Himigakko, that's usually, and station, that's usually how it happens, right? I think the river names and hotel names, stuff like that, that usually changes. So I gotta click it. It's a hotel, probably. Probably. What's the name of this game? Hey, irashai. This game is called So to Speak. Nice to meet you, B127 Shorts. There's a link. Pretty cool, right? The developer is in here now if you want to ask questions. King Japanese Mentor Sama. Dolly! Dori Sama! Ureshi! Showing gameplay walkthrough. Ganbatte! Arigato! Wow, 本当に久しぶりだね。元気にしてた? How are you? So, forest.
森
Why is it probable?
ホテル森ホテルホテル
Are you worried it's like a love hotel or something? 面白. Yeah, same with this English. It's a hotel, probably. You can say, it's probably a hotel. It's probably a hotel. That's more natural. It's much more natural. Regardless of how you're gonna teach later on. I think that's fine. So, school. Yeah, it's a school. It's a school. I like that. 元気だよ。キング様は。B127, are you studying Japanese? 日本語勉強してますか? You wanna go to a love hotel? 行きたい。行きたくないよ。
学校
You don't want to go to one. I promise it's not that great. Did I do everything? Himi. Ah, right. Ah. そういうことね。Can I get rid of this book now? Okay, that was like annoying. I didn't even notice, but it was just in the way the whole time. Okay, so now I see why people are annoyed with matching.
うどん氷見うどん
What have I not done? I just did
森
this.
ホテル
Did I not just do this? Forest. Eh?
ホテル
I thought I just did that. You're learning Japanese? Very beginner, by the way. Well, this game I think is perfect for beginners. I highly recommend. It's free right now. It's a demo version. I highly recommend you download it. That's cool, man. Did you just find the stream? Let me reload this. Did you just find the stream today? So, Hikari, like this.
光
Okay. Oh man, this one is long. How long is this? All right. Let's start
Taxi.
speedrunning.
駅
駅
駐車場
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 Oof, it's a lot of mat. Oh wait, it doesn't let you do that? Parked car. This one is really weird to me. What is going on?
駐車場
Ooh. Okay. I feel like there might be like a conflict here. It's is only the demo version available? Yes. I think that's, but that is the full version as far as I'm aware. Basically, instead of, think of demo as like beta. I know. You might have a conflict here, Eric, with like, are you teaching? It's just in my head, okay? So I don't know for sure. But like, are you teaching kanji? Full game's not done yet. Yeah. Are you teaching kanji or are you teaching vocab? And like sometimes like it seems to be going back and forth. Like I think it's like just say it's a car. It's a car and then just teach car.
駐車場
駐車場. And then it's like, oh, it's a parking lot. And then like, because now instead of teaching vocab, you're teaching kanji, which like this kanji is very specific. I kind of miss. Actually, I'm subscribed to you, but it's 8 a.m. here in India. Oh, early. Well, I just started streaming on YouTube pretty recently. I used to stream on Twitch, but I'm just moving away from that. I think I just like YouTube a little bit better. Hello, Soto Hanasu Game-san. Yeah, this part is a little confusing for me. Not sure about like if that's okay. It just seems a little jumbled, Like, it's a car, sure. I click it, it's a car. It's a parked car. And then I have to do like I have to know that this means parked, this means car, this means, you know, and that's where it gets really tricky because I wouldn't translate ba or jo as lot, you know. I just place. It's a place, and so it gets really risky and dangerous when you try to translate individual kanji like this sometimes, according to its actual English, like parking lot, the like a lot, you know. And people, you understand it, I think. Are you helping to create this game? No. Let me just say, I'm not biased in any way. I'm not getting paid. I didn't buy the game, or, you know, well, it's free. So, but if it wasn't free, I would have bought the game. So there's no, I'm not affiliated with the game or anything in any way. Just testing it out for you guys and helping out the developer. Maybe offer some input and stuff like that. Automobile? 自動車 How am I supposed to find automobile? Like that? It is a car? I don't understand. Escaleta. Yeah, I like that. It's cute.
光駅光駅
Yeah, some stuff. I guess I'm having trouble why. Noriba also. I was watching the. I make some games, but I only make online multiplayer games. Oh, you should make an online multiplayer Japanese game where you blow up kanji and you learn. I don't know. Just made. Konnichiwa. Hey, South Coast investors. Hey, how's it going? Irashai. Noriba. Just my monitor. I can't see.
Elevator.
Elevator. Elevator.
Bus.
Okay. Bus. どういうこと? Looks like a bus boarding zone. So, yeah. Bus noriba. Bus noriba. Bus stop. Bus noriba. Inventors, this not ad for cryptocurrency. Your game looks really nice. I added it on my Steam library. When the full version is ready, I'll get that for sure. Thanks. There you go. See, we're all in it to help each other. Yeah, I didn't know what to think about bus noriba. Like, looks like a bus. Looks like. Do you teach me Thai later? Is that why? Yeah. I'm guessing that's why. I really would love to see all of the stuff later. But I would be happy to help you with like translations and stuff if you ever are wondering. Because all this is very easy. But like Noriba, I know that's what we say. And I know that's what the signs say. Like bus Noriba.
Noriba.
So like, now I feel like I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I wonder... The bicycle. Also, I don't know if... So, the Jitensha Chushajo... I gotta look into this. I was surprised when I saw... Do I have to go all the way over here?
駐車場
Okay.
自転車
Yeah. The clicking... The exiting out of stuff is kind of annoying. Or excessive.
自動車
Jidosha. There he is, finally.
自動車
Okay.
車
I love the kid's voice. It's nice. Alright. Ooh, Steam achievements? That would be really cool. So to speak game. Yeah, that's his game. Ubarre. South. Okay, is that it? There's something else.
南口
南口
Is that it? Elevator? Did I not? Okay. What else? Hikari Eki. Whoa. Yeah, this is where I get confused. I feel a little overwhelmed personally.
光駅
But maybe somebody who wants to learn Japanese more than me might not feel that way. They might
光
like
駅
that.
南口
But this was like a big jump, it felt. Maybe I'm just trying too hard. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll stop here. I mean, how many more levels is it? Depending on how much longer it is, I'll finish it, but there are 3 more. All right. We'll just do the whole thing then. Only other learning type game like this I've seen is Terra Alia, which has a bunch of language. The one after this is extremely short. All right. How many developers are you Japanese? This is your first game. Which engine? You guys are having fun. All right. So let's just try it like. Yeah, it would be cool if I could just drag rock to Ishii as well.
石
Like if I could,
木と石
like if I tried to drag the rock, that it would go back as well. I wanted to do that just now, naturally.
Ikeと道
Nice. And
木と石木と石
okay. Nice. I got it.
池と道
池
Yeah,
Michi.
that would be
To-
nice. If we could just
Michi.
drag like
To-
road, then there's less clicking, click, 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 and I could just
橋
And then, if people are doing that, then they're actually not relying on the English anymore. And that's even better for learning, actually. Nice. That's what I figured, Eric. That's cool. I mean, not about the music, but you did all the programming, art, and design. Brother did the music. That's so cool. I'm not Japanese, but my wife is. She has helped with writing, and family and friends did all the voice acting. Yeah, I would really like that feature.
橋と川と
The ability
橋
to drag. You don't have to. I don't need the physical river to actually get picked up. But if I dragged off of the river, that somehow I could like either drag the word river or drag ike and then just put it over there or something. すごいね、本当に. Yeah, because then I don't have to click everything, and then I don't have to see the English, which is actually even better. I think I just said that, but that's much better for language learning. Bus, and then I just drag bus. Kuruma. I'm like, kuruma. Oh, kuruma, and then I just drag kuruma there. That would be even cooler.
バスと車バス
I mean, if you can drag the whole thing, that might be kind of sick. Just pick up a river. That'd be kind of cool. It uses monogame. This is my first time making a game alone. I worked with teams before to make some educational games, and also it buys some students at a university who made games. That's awesome. Lots of experience. 2 more.
木と花
Ki to. Omoshiroi ne. This is like uncharted territory. Oh, I gotta change my battery for my camera. Hold on. Let's see how. All right, that went kind of well. Just have to readjust. All right. Well, I can't do that right now. Let's finish up the game. All right, Jitensha.
車
Why didn't that work?
自転車と自転車と車自転車
Whoa. What just happened there? Yeah, I've considered allowing dragging objects. I'm worried it might conflict with moving around the map. Like if you drag the river, are you trying to drag the map or the river? Yeah. Well, I think the way that... I see. That makes sense. Have you noticed, do people zoom? Is that something that people typically do? I wonder if you just, instead of being able to zoom like this, which I'm not sure how much that adds, since there's not a lot of detail, maybe just instead of dragging like this, just scrolling up and down. But I don't know, because then you scroll to the side. Yeah, I really would like that though. That's tough. That's tough.
池と道
What else is left? Oh, I'm done? All right. I couldn't see. Someone is riding a bicycle. Nice. It is a tree. Yeah. It's a tree. I think you could add. Oh,
鳥だ
torida. Is it a bird? It is a bird. Personally, I think you could even get rid of this. Like, I understand why this is hard. JD さん、こんにちは。遅くなりました。Is it just me that's fight? Or the video is slightly trailing the audio out of sync? I love old school Sierra games. You guys are just... The audio is a little bit delayed. I wonder if it's because... Whoa. Okay, it is. How about now? Check. How about now? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes. It's just slightly delayed, isn't it? Why? How about now? Is that better? No. Why is that delayed now? It was fine earlier, right? Check, 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 check. Whoa. It seems good? Okay. Computer need the run game video capture. What? I think it's a little bit better. I think I still see a slight delay, but hopefully it's not as bad. So with torida, I think you could just use an exclamation point to do this. So torida, and then Japanese exclamation point torida, and then English it's a bird exclamation point. I think that would sufficiently kind of teach da in the way that you are. I think also more, a little bit more easily. This game. This is this game, and the developer is here. Yeah, I don't know why the video is bad all of a sudden. I can change. Let's see. I think it's because I had to change my. Let me try this. Hold on. Check. It's just slightly off, but I don't know why. Still learning, guys. Still learning. Let's see. Well, I don't know why. I'm sorry. Kamera no chousei chū desu ka? You're vibing? Nice. Nice. Well, it's good to have everybody here. If you're learning Japanese, welcome. My name is JD. I'm Japanese language mentor. For some reason, there's a little bit of audio delay or something with my... It means it's the video, but sorry. This is a game called So to Speak. Not sure how to fix the audio issue. And yeah, it's a game that is just trying to introduce you to Japanese, maybe help you review your hiragana a little bit, maybe help you kind of learn some new stuff. I think it's really great. My favorite part about it is that it kind of teaches you Japanese culture and introduces you to some Japanese scenery. I think that's what I really like about it. Passport champ. Is it still black? You should be able to see it now.
鳥だ
Okay, you teach it like that. Interesting. It is a bird. Yeah, the problem is I don't think that is an accurate way of translating that. Because I would say when we just say it is a bird, tori nan desu. Tori nan desu. I think that's probably how we would say that. Ah, yes, tori da. It's really hard. It's really hard. So, but I think because it's hard, you have to be careful with the way you teach this kind of stuff. And maybe instead of is it a bird, say is that a bird? Is that a bird? It is a bird. That's more natural English. What's else? Oh, a fish. See, even in my, it's a fish. A fish.
魚だ
Nice. I'm enjoying the Umi app. Hey, welcome to me, Dolly. Hey, our first YouTube subscriber. Dolly, you should be ashamed of yourself that you weren't subscribed to me yet. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. It would, you can get notifications about future streams. I think for the most part, I'll just be teaching Japanese. We'll be doing lessons together, teaching grammar or whatever you guys really want to learn. There's a lot of blended sounds when listening to natives read Japanese. Blended sounds. This sounds cool. Makes more sense. Yeah. So do I... Right, I can't drag the fish. Yeah. Sakana da. Ah, sakana da. Yeah, I don't... That's the one thing. When I wanted to listen to audio again, I couldn't. Do I go to my book to listen to audio? Oh, no, I can't do that. Right. Yeah. I want to be able to listen to audio as much as I want to. Like, click, 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 click. It's like it shows up sometimes, but then other times it doesn't. It should let you replay. This is a bug. Yeah, this happened to me before. Okay, if it's a bug,
魚だ
that's understandable. I think
魚だ魚だ魚だ
so, but it doesn't show up the little audio thing. Yeah, this happened to me when I was playing it earlier too. All right, so this is the last level, right? Yeah, the Nickel Cafe. I thought that was great. And then you also have Nickelda here.
猫だ
Very cool. That's how you translate. Okay, I'll just say I don't like that at all. I think that's really dangerous. Saying that like is means da. Because da does not mean is. Just straight up. So I would be happy to help you brainstorm if you wanted to get some different stuff of that, but I don't like that one. I like that you're introducing da. Jidensha da. It's a bike. Jidensha. Oh, here you have an exclamation point. Interesting.
自転車
Is
だ自転車だだ
how different is this is the last level. Okay. How different is spoken Japanese from written Japanese? I've been reading for 2 months and I understand a decent amount, but when I listen, it seems like a whole different world. It is so different. It is so different. Written Japanese and spoken Japanese, they're in different planes. There's definitely connections. There's stuff that is similar, but for the most part, they're very different. So, there is a connecting pattern and, way of understanding it, but If you're listening and not understanding, it's because you don't have the right foundation. So it takes a while to kind of build up that foundation and really start to understand, like, okay, what do I know, what don't I know, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I always recommend that you study van, verbs, adjectives, nouns, and then how to conjugate them. And if you learn how to conjugate, it's a lot of work. That's a lot of stuff. That's why I teach it first to all my students, whether or not they are experienced or not. Because you gotta have a good foundation to be good at Japanese, or else you'll be learning stuff, but you'll never really get better because your foundation will be lacking.
車だね
So how do you translate dane? Here we go.
だね車だねね
Yeah. 車だね. Yeah, I wouldn't say ne is for emphasis. I saw this too in the... I think, here's my opinion. If you're trying to teach some stuff like this, like ne or dane, or yo or particles, I think it's better to have some kind of separate explanation. Like, but that's just me. Maybe it is better to simplify it so people are like, oh, okay, it's like emphasis or whatever. I'm not sure. Not in the terms of a game. I'm not sure. Dame da ne. Nani ga dame nan? Yeah, I love how you have Neko here and Neko Cafe. I think that's... How much is that cat in the window? Is it a cafe? Is it?
Neko Cafe.
Neko Cafe. Nice. This is great. Very good. So, do I have to do this again? And then that's a little annoying too if I click and then it blocks the thing that I'm supposed to do. That's slightly annoying. Neko Cafe ikitai. Dame da ne is the Yakuza-san. Oh.
赤信号だ。
そうなんだ。ちょっとちっちゃいかも。You might want to make this this a little bit bigger. The traffic light or whatever. Maybe just like a little bit chunkier. The walk signal is red. Walk signal. Maybe just say the light. How about just say it's red? Because we say that in Japanese. Aka. Ima aka. How about just it's red? It's red. I can't do that yet. Oh, there we go. Aka shingo. Yeah, maybe just teach red or something rather than shingo. You know, just akada. Oh no. Akashingo. Akashingo. Ima akashingo.
Da.
Yeah.
バス乗り場だ。
Hold on, man. I wouldn't put da here. I wouldn't put da. I don't think you have to do it for all of them. Plus, I think it's unnatural.
自転車だ。
I think with kids,
車だね
and this one, kuruma da ne. So, kuruma da ne, I think... 今赤信号だから乗れないのだ。幼児がよく言う言葉だ。
猫だ。
赤信号だ。
Yeah, I know that children would say this.
赤信号だ。
I'm mostly just spitting out my thoughts. I'm not saying that it's wrong or anything. It's just like, I wonder. It's something to think about.
車だね
Kuruma da ne. So, the thing about kuruma da ne is like, unless this child says kuruma da or kuruma, then this
Kuruma
person
da ne.
probably wouldn't say kuruma da ne. Since da ne, that's what I was saying, is like, it's not really emphasis, it's more of like agreeing. Ne is more about agreeing with somebody or agreeing about something, agreeing with something. So
車だね
if the child says kuruma or kurumada,
車だね
kurumada, and then kuruma da ne. Yeah, it is a car. It is a car. そうだね. It is a car.
自転車だ
Yeah, because this isn't really like it is a bicycle. It's not always like that. It's always like it's a bicycle, right? So that's why da at like the last level with the tori thing. Sometimes in English it means that, but not all the time in Japanese.
バス
Yeah. そうね。なんか I don't think it's necessarily good or necessary to separate some of these kanji like this. Like, let's not learn boarding zone, or like let's not learn noriba as boarding zone. Let's just learn, if we're gonna use boarding zone, let's just say what's noriba in Japanese, like, or what's noriba in English? Boarding zone. It's like, oh well, it's boarding and zone. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes you're teaching kanji, so it's just like a little bit conflicting. Sometimes you're trying to teach kanji, sometimes you're trying to teach vocab. And I think you should just focus on vocab rather than trying to help people understand everything that kanji is. I think they can draw those conclusions themselves. How did I come across this game? Actually, Twitter. I was on Twitter and I follow, maybe like a few months ago, I just started following a bunch of different like games, like what are they called? Like like small developers, like just like indie games, like a bunch of indie games. I just like watching the trailers and sometimes like, oh, that looks cool. Like I'll probably never buy it because I don't really buy games. Because I don't want to play them so much. I understand there's a ton of nuance, yeah. I think you can do it the way you want to. I just think it needs to be changed a little bit. Ichiban noriba, niban noriba. Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't have translated it to boarding zone. Like noriba, I would have just been like bus area or like, I don't know. It probably is better as boarding zone. In my mind, I just think of it as like a bus stop. Like, hey, this is the bus stop. But I guess bus stop is technically like one stop. Why buy many when they're when people are always giving them away for free? Yeah. I just never really
バス乗り場だ
Yeah, bus noriba da. Yeah. Like the bus noriba da. Yeah. It's possible. I see. It's just, yeah, it's tough. It's very tough. I'm actually surprised you went this direction to try and get like dane and dan stuff. I think this is a lot more complex. Even if you went with des, it would be simpler, to be honest. But simpler, but not necessarily better.
バ
It's
ス乗り
tricky.
場だ
バス
Yeah, I don't like how these overlap. Yeah.
だ
Tricky. What's else? What's left? Oh. Ooh. It's an emergency button. This is cool. This one's fun. I think I like little things like this. You're right. I've noticed there can be different English interpretations of kanji, and sometimes your own English recollection of kanji is best. Yeah. It is what Eric, what the developer here is doing. It's very difficult. Just so you guys know. It's not like, oh, you should just translate it. It's a whole nother level. He's really trying to kind of create an immersion experience. Yeah.
海だね
Umidane. Yeah. Same with this. Dane, it's like, I would assume that the child said it first. Otherwise, he would never say umidane. Umidane, umiyana. Nanka. Not never, but I guess it's a little different. Give me that umi. Yeah. It's so tough. It's the ocean.
Da. Ne.
And there's the bug. There's the bug.
Ne.
So it should have said umi da ne.
非常ボタンだ
Okay.
Da. 非常ボタンだ
Thanks for playing. Full game releasing hopefully in 2023. We hope. リーゼント日本人ですか？リーゼントはそうですね。Okay. So here's what I have to say. All right. Sorry for the, I don't know why the audio delays. Oh, maybe there's some kind of YouTube thing I can do. I don't know. You're welcome. You're welcome. I wanted, I want to give it to my students too, and just, something else to do. The hardest part about learning Japanese at home is like, you kind of run out of things to do. And I think this is a great little game. I think it's fun. It's just simple, but I think the thing I like the most about it is how it introduces Japanese culture. So that like you can, oh, look, a train station and the Neko Cafe, right? Like, I think that's the thing I can appreciate the most and that it does best. Japanese speaking wise, everything was pretty much just fine until da started to happen. I think my biggest issue, like we already talked about, I'm just recapping, is like, it is an emergency button. Like, teaching da is very, I'll say, controversial and difficult, because of its relevancy. But will you leave the stream bot up? Yeah, of course. I don't know if I'll edit this one, because what I might do is edit it in a different way, just using some of it. So I'll just leave it straight up. I probably won't shorten it or anything. So is there anything else before I stop? Another thing I was thinking about before I did this is foreshadowing. So like, even I said, why not show people, like, without teaching it? Like, you don't always have to teach everything that's there. So like, do some foreshadowing. So like, I think you try to do that with English sometimes, like when you like had the things pop up, but like, just throw a little cat in there, and then like, just throw in like, meow or something like that, or like it, just the reading for neko, but let people click around if they want to, I guess. But maybe some more foreshadowing. Yokoso, like on the train. It would be cool to have like have someone do a voice acting for during the plane little parts, like just like Yokoso, Nihon e yokoso, and just fade out. Like, there's some little cool like artistic opportunities that I was thinking about. If possible, like, what about an all Japanese toggle button? Something like that. Yeah. The Mori. Assumptions. These are just random thoughts that I was having. Maybe I'll just send this to you. I'm gonna send this document to you if you want it. It's just a lot of my random thoughts, okay? But overall, do I recommend this game? Yes. I think overall this game does a good job of getting you excited about learning Japanese. And since most of the time people not living in Japan give up because of motivation, I think this is great. Like, oh, you know, right now it's free, a demo, just an easy way to get into learning Japanese. It's very stress-free. And I think you can pick up where you left off, so it's very easy. And yeah, there's a lot of little features. I think a lot of little kinks that still need to be worked out. Not a lot, but there's some kinks that still need to be worked out. But overall, I'll definitely recommend it to my students. And yeah, it was fun. I'm glad you guys hung out. And yeah, here's the link to the game again. Looking forward to the full version, the completed version. If you haven't joined our Discord, please feel free to. It's in the, what is it called? The pinned comment at the top. Oh, that's my website. You can do that too. Thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, it was really fun. Riverside, South Coast, Passport, Reason. Arigato. Minna. So yeah, if you want to watch the stream later, it'll be up on YouTube under live or whatever. And yeah, I'll either do a next stream next week or a stream the week after that. But we'll probably be learning some more Japanese. If you have any suggestions, post in the Discord if there's something you want to learn about. Arigato. Mata ne. Otsukaresama.